Our colony is Maryland. My name is Stella Oxley.
And I'm Caroline Scanlon.
This is a map of Maryland. This is a colonial state, basically.
Some general info about Maryland is that it's a southern English colony, and it was a colony from 1633 to 1776. It was founded as a haven for Catholics. It has a population of 34,000, and it makes it the third largest colony, and about 12,000 slaves were enslaved.
Some reasons that we founded Maryland was for freedom of religion, freedom from sex, and even Christianity. The land that Maryland provides has rich soil and produces healthy crops. Eventually, Bradford became very profitable for our colony because the land was so cheap and they were able to have wide range of agriculture for people who were willing to work or set up their own property. We also had manufacturing, shipbuilding, ironworks, rice, indigo. Our agriculture was corn and wheat.
Some key individuals were Lord Baltimore, who explored Virginia, and he handed down his name to his son, who received the grant for lands and founded Maryland.
The religion in Maryland was very tolerant and basically free, even for different sects of Christianity. So we had a passage of the Act of Tolerance in 1649 that allowed for all of their Christian religions to be tolerated, as well as other religions, and we eventually became one of the religions for Catholics. We also did not have any Catholic or
The economy of Maryland, tobacco was a huge cash crop. There was also shipbuilding, metalworking, and commerce. The agriculture, plantation, exporting tobacco, cotton, corn, vegetables, grain, fruit, and livestock.
Maryland was a citizenship, which meant that the owner of the land had executive authority, and we were also established as an early Republican state. Religion was highly tolerated in the last legislature because the government and society. They could also be safe positions, and there would be any restrictions at all from their religion. We also had a freedom of assembly where people came in person and enacted necessary laws. But in 1639, we founded an institution constitute House of Assembly, upper and lower houses, which were also our branches of government.
Here's some different native tribes in the Maryland area, and they were hunter-gatherers, farmers, fishers, and travelers. The relations with the native group resulted in a huge population loss due to disease, leverage of taxes, enforced labor, and enslavement.
Some lasting contributions that Maryland made to the U.S. was music. Basically, most of the early music originated from native instruments, and some of these music we eventually used. Since Maryland had a great acquaintance with the natives, they had high interactions, and eventually their culture was also empowered, and their traditions became some of our institutions in America that we developed. Even the freedom of government stood out from other colonial settlements and had much in common with their modern perspectives such as religions. And even though it's not exactly the same, such freedom in government eventually influenced people to shift from harsh government to different directions, such as better native nation had.
Some interesting facts include the naming of Maryland, which came from King Charles I of England, and he named Maryland in honor of his wife. Maryland is also the seventh of the original 13 colonies to become a state, and it's the fourth oldest permanent British settlement in America.
Some negatives are that form of government continue until the War of Revolution, where people would form a constitution for themselves and no longer recognize the claims of a
permit or to either jurisdiction or property. Since we were one of the first governments, the colony was expected to hold one of the highest stakes of trade. The Crown even wanted Indian heirs to be sent to each year and stabilize the prosperity of our colony. We were also an early opposed, but people were still able to voice their opinion on prior issues in society. Soon the king wanted such Indian heirs. Some doubts of trust arose were introduced into justice systems. Some positives in Maryland were that the citizens were exempt from the hostility of Indians. There was also fertile soil, mild seasons, also equality in religious rights and civil freedoms. Taxes couldn't be imposed without inhabitants' consent, and the privilege of passing laws without the English crown to revoke them. And also the Maryland Toleration Act, which was religious tolerance.
And here's some of our sources. Thank you.
I don't know, man. This isn't such a good idea. I mean, we don't even know this place, and here we are deciding to settle here and establish a true government. But
sign right
okay,
under me.
Let's do this.
There we go.
Wow, Plymouth place. This is awful. What do you think about this?
What are you talking about? This is amazing. Look at it. A perfect farmland.
Let's go back to Holland.
We can have religious freedom here, Adrian.
Freedom.
Do you not see this? Huh? Huh? Look, Adrian, I'm sorry I got mad at you, but you gotta understand this was
You're
God's
sorry.
plan.
You're sorry. This is madness. This is madness. You want to settle in a place that has been forsaken by God and left to these Indian natives who will eat our face.
Forsaken. This was God's plan.
God's plan.
We can have religious freedom here, Adrian. This is the perfect place.
You know nothing.
We
of
can
God's
make our
plan.
own. How dare you say that?
I am selected by God to go to heaven, as are many of our fellow countrymen. But you are like the heathens, and you will burn in hell. Jacob, what in God's great name are you doing with these logs? Huh?
I'm building a house,
A
Adrian.
house in this place, a house.
Adrian,
the very idea of
You've
it.
been pessimistic ever since we got here. You have to give this place a chance. We wouldn't have gone anywhere with the Virginia Company.
You think so?
Yes, I believe it. Adrian,
I'm sorry, Jacob. Let's build a house.
thank you. Nothing could go wrong, Adrian. Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing could go wrong. See, Adrian, don't you think Plymouth will be a great place to settle?
I guess you may be right. After all, here we have religious freedom and the beginnings of our very own society.
It'll be beautiful, Adrian.
It will.
Beautiful.
Cold. Yeah, it's really cold. I can't believe Jacob died from all that.
Yes, Jacob. Poor Jacob. He's dead.
Yeah, this place is really good and he made it out to sea, right?
Yeah, what a wonderful place. Half our people are dead.
Yeah, it was great.
So, despite this, we have not left on the Mayflower to go home. And many of us have, though none of them separatists like us.
Yeah.
Yes. We are a proud people,
Yes, we are.
and we will survive.
We will. We will make it, and we will colonize America.
And Jacob is dead. Rip in peace, Jacob. Rip in peace.
Hey sis, I found this great colony that we can move to.
Really? What's its name?
The Massachusetts Bay Colony.
But we're not Puritans. Most people who have moved there, including the original 1000 in 1629, were pretty much all Puritans.
Well, not all people who immigrated there have been Puritans. The first immigrators weren't Puritans. It wasn't considered a colony until those 1,000 Puritans came in 1629.
I don't want to be considered a heretic because I don't practice a certain religion and then get exiled.
Has anyone been exiled happened before?
It has. Anne Hutchinson and Roger Williams were both exiled on counts of heresy.
The Puritans are better educated than the general English population, and they have a representative government that doesn't allow clergy participation. There's a separation of church and state.
Yeah, but we're not free men, you know? Adult males who belong to the Congregational Church, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Even if we couldn't participate, living there would be something to talk about. Massachusetts Bay has been referred to by many as a city upon a hill, and considered to be a beacon for humanity.
It was referred to as a city upon a hill by John Winthrop, the first governor. That statement is a little biased.
Well, their constitution is one of the first written. I wouldn't be surprised if it will be used throughout the world one day. Tell me that's not cool.
Is school going to give us basic human rights?
Probably not, but it will give us high literacy rates like they have in the colony.
To read the Bible?
What else? And contrary to your beliefs that they do have fun in the Massachusetts Bay Colony, wine and beer is allowed. Children can play games with their parents' permission, of course, and you don't have to wear all black. They just find it important to follow God's law.
What about the destruction of the Pequot tribe in 1637? Even though it was considered a war, they did annihilate an entire culture.
They had peaceful relations with the natives until there were too many colonists, and the Pequots were aggressive in their need to extend their area of control.
The only way I would settle in the Massachusetts Bay Colony is if I was a Puritan male being persecuted in England.
The Bay Colony was a haven for Puritans and an option for people looking for opportunities of trade.
Well, I refuse to move there.
I guess we can keep looking.